Hey, Shalom. All right, first and foremost, before I get started, I'm going to give all honor and glory and power to Yahweh by Shem, Yahweh Shai, by Shira Hakodash. I want to say double honors to our elders, our great apostle, great millstone, GMS, who rule well and teach well, being a great example to Israel. All right, man, the elect. I want to say peace and blessing to the hopefully elect on the four corner, pushing the truth and sincerity. All right, that great song that you brought in the box just come with a little quick lesson. All right, the spirit of power of Yahweh Shema Shai. As you can see the title, all right, the wicked shall not escape, man. All right, the wicked is not going to escape the punishment and the wrath of the Heavenly Father, man. As it's constantly being declared throughout the earth, by the means of the prophets. You know what I'm saying? As we continue to go out week in and week out, in season, out of season, to prophesy, to say before, speak before these things actually come to pass, man. The wicked shall not escape the punishment and the wrath of the Lord. As it is written. And I'm gonna get straight into it, Lord willing, y'all brothers and sisters be edified. While I lay the law down, man, because I basically want to start with Ezekiel the 35th chapter, because I have received this book, from the sister, and this just for education purpose use only. But it says, I don't know that nigga name, man. It's Eustace, Muslim, but it's called The New World Order. So check the book out. It's a good book too. You know what I'm saying? I ain't make it past the first couple of pages. But it said the world order, our secret rulers, a study in the hegemony of the Palestinians, Palestinians, I guess that's what it says. Yep, so this is a good book. And it's going into, a new world order. As in Esau, all right, his been his agenda. This been his agenda. All right, since the time of Babel. All right. This been their agenda, man. All right, trying to create their own world. As in Esau, trying to get his birthright back. But like I say, I'm gonna start with Ezekiel 35. And Lord willing, y'all brothers and sisters be edified, while I lay the law down, man. So let me get this Ezekiel real quick. All right, this is Ezekiel 35 and 1. It said, moreover, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. And that's what you see when you see in the prophets of Yahweh Shema Shai on the highways and the hedges of laboring. We set our face against Mount Seir because that's who the figure is pointing to. All right? When you think about how the earth being ran in wickedness, you think about the pollution, you think about, the ways of the society. All right, the finger point right back to who? Esau. The food, the water, the resources, all contaminated. All that goes back to the so-called white man who is the ruler and the power of this world right now, man. Who is in charge. So here it is. It said what prophesy against it, meaning what is say before, because we understand that this devil kingdom is going down. Whether you can receive it or not, whether you believe it or not, all right? Because you got some that doesn't believe, but like Apostle Paul said in Romans 3:3, what if some did not believe? Do that make the effect of the Most High? All right, do that make the Most High without the effect? Meaning, is prophecy going to stop because you don't believe? You know what I'm saying? Is prophecy going to stop because you got doubt? You don't have faith? No. Because let the word of the Most High be true, which is what? The scriptures, which going to what? Prophecy. All right? Because this book was written in old times. All right? But guess what you're seeing now? You're seeing these words jump off the pages to reality. Things being manifest as we continue to speak these things to existence, we start to see it, all right, with our own eyes, man. You know, and we understand the eyes of the wicked, it shall fail. You know, their agenda will fail. It has always been. Like I got the time of Babel, and then here it is, you got Babylon, and then we in what? The daughter of Babylon. And they all got something in common. All right? They wanted that power. But the power lies in who? Yahweh Shema Shah. You know? So here it says, Ezekiel 35:1. Moreover, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it. And who is Mount Seir? Esau. All right? And it says, and say unto it, Thus said the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee. You see that? The Lord, the Heavenly Father Yahweh, is against the so-called white man, the elites, the banking family. But they had to be set up. Why? In order to fulfill prophecy. You know, this is the base man the Lord have set up. And like I say, Daniel, he ruled in the kingdom of men. And he set up one and set down another one. But guess what? He set this base man up to fulfill prophecy. Because Esau is the end of the world, the end of the evil age. And what? Jacob's the beginning that follow it, which is what? The kingdom of heaven. You know? But like Proverbs 16:4 say, the Lord created all things for himself, yea, even the wicked, for the day of evil. And guess what? The day of evil is what? Approaching. And who in rulership? The wicked. You know? So here it is, when the time of prophecy being fulfilled, as the Lord going to take the man out, man. How shall the wicked be cut off? You know? So it said, I'm against thee, O Mount Seir. I said, like, O Mount Seir, I'm against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. You know? And it started now with the word. But guess what? As we continue to prophesy against Mount Seir, Babylon and Great, as the prophets of old have, all right, Jeremiah 28:8, they have prophesied against many countries and great kingdoms of the same thing as we in they stead doing. A war, evil, and pestilence. All right, and that's what's coming to Babylon the Great, aka America. War, evil, and pestilence, man. All right, and that's the Lord showing his power. You know, because remember, the Lord have a sacrifice in Bozrah, which you can consider Babylon, America today. He got a sacrifice, man. You know, so going back to the title, you know, the wicked shall not escape. He won't escape. So let me get 2 Thessalonians real quick. All right, this is 2 Thessalonians 2, and I'm going to start at 8. It says, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. And that's the prophets, man. You know, when you go into Matthew 10:20, the Lord said, it's not ye that speak, but it's your Father will speak within you, as he revealed his secrets to who? His servants, the prophets. So the Lord is uncovering the secrets by revealing his secrets to who? Through the prophets. Because so long, this so-called white man was able to hide his identity, as he always have, you know, since the garden. You know, he always tried to, that's why he's known as a vagabond, you know, and a fugitive. You know, he always seek to hide his identity, man, because as it's written, they see him, they will seek to kill him, you know? So that's funny. But it says, the wicked shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord will consume with the spirit of his mouth, which is the prophets, and will destroy with the brightness of his coming, which is who? Yahweh Shema Shah. Even him who coming is not the working of Satan. And then you got the physical counterpart of Satan, because Satan mean what? Adversary. Mean what? Adversity to the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Shema Shah. The order of Yahweh Shema Shah. You can see that being displayed out in the earth now. There's the laws and legislation that he set forth, all right, for us to abide by. You know, especially the time that's coming when you're dealing with the charagma. You know, but we have to be in the spirit of the prophets of old, as in we obey the Most High rather than man. You know, because the working of him is out the way after Satan, man. And it says, and with all power and sign and what lying wonders, because this was his. The Lord programmed this devil, all right, to do just that. If you can receive it, as when you go into Revelation, the 20th chapter, all right, it said he will be loose for a little season, and within that little season, guess what? He was going to deceive the nation. All right, to deceive somebody means what? To lie. All right, and that devil is doing just that. You know, that's what the Lord programmed the devil to do. See, he can't do what he want to do, as in we can't do what we want to do. Everything that we see being played out in the earth is already have been what? Predestined. You know, it's just being played out. You know what I'm saying? On earth. And it says, with lying wonders and with all deceitfulness and unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they may be saved. And that's 2/3 by people. All right. But let me get Job 11, because this is the point I wanted to get to, you know, get this lesson started. This is Job 11:20. It said, but the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape, and their hope shall be as the giving of the ghost. All right, I mean the spirit. That's their future. All right, after they served 1,000 years of captivity, hardcore punishment. All right, they will be burnt up, man. But as it said, the eyes of the wicked shall fail. So going back to this book, as in the New World Order, right? And that's what is in Psalms, you know, when it say they own tongue shall fall upon themselves. Because here it is, they shameful spirit is being displayed in the book. Alright? And I'm gonna read some of it. And they're gonna let you know that this been this devil plan, alright, since the time of Babel. Because it's added up within the years. It said in 1985, as a sequel to the history of the Federal Reserve System. So who owned the Federal Reserve? The elites. That's why they known as the banking families. When you got the Rothschilds, the Oppenheimer, the DuPonts, you know, the Rockefellers, you know, the Gateys. All right, these are the rulers that control the banking system, so the Federal Reserve System. The writer published the World Order as a commending of a addition information on the subject. It has never occurred to me to call it the New World Order. And that's what this devil wants through this technology, through the system that he tried to bring forth with the charagma. All right, artificial intelligence. You know, this going to be the New World Order, man. As in everything going to be ran digital. You know, it would be no more cash. No more hand to hand. Everything is going to go according to what? Digital. Technology. All right? This the way that the so-called white man want things to be ran. But we understand, according to scriptures, according to prophecy, the Lord going to upset this devil. All right? And judgment will be issued out unto him. All right? But it says the New World Order, because my research have traced its deparation back for some 5,000 years, perhaps in response to expose its volume. The spokesman for the Brotherhood of Death, you see that? They label themselves the Brotherhood of Death. But it goes back 5,000 years ago, right? So here it is. I typed in the time of Babel, right? I typed in the time of Babel. And when you look at the time of Babel, it said the time of Babel occurred around 4,200 years ago. About 100 years after the flood, before Abraham was born. This was before the ancient Egyptian, Greeks, and other civilizations that these places could have begun until after being left Babel to establish the other civilization. You see that? So it spoke about the other captivities that we have been in, as in the Babylonian captivity, the Medes and the Persians, the Greeks, the Roman captivity. All right, any of us come out here on slave ships to this captivity in Egypt, the second Egypt. All right, but the point is, it says the time of Babel accident occurred around 4,200 years ago. So when you're going into the New World Order, as in Esau, he still got that same mindset. This how you can identify the wicked. You know, so here it is, the New World Order, because my research have traced in the deparation back for some 5,000 years ago. So you do the math. You know, 42, 5,000. You know, but what you should get out of it, the same thing that was going on then is what happening now. The same agenda. What that is? I think that's Ecclesiastes. Let me get that real quick, just to bag that up. Ecclesiastes 3. Oh yeah, 3 and 15. This is Ecclesiastes 3 and 15. That which has been is now, and that which is to be have already been. And the Most High Yahweh required that which is past. You know, so here it is, what was going on in the time of Babel. That same spirit, all right, is being displayed out in Babylon the Great. You know, because ultimately Esau is trying to find a way to get that birthright back. You know, that's his agenda. So he wants this also artificial kingdom, man. That he want to be like what? The Most High, because he understand, all right, when the Lord bless Israel, all right, we're going to be as gods, man. You know? And he wanted that, but the birthright was given up to who? Jacob. All right, so let's get into the wicked. So let me go back to Job 11. So this Job 11 and 20. It says, but the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape, and their hope shall be as the giving of the ghost. So they're not going to escape the judgment of the Lord. You know, this is Psalms 2. All right, Psalms 2 and 1. It says, why do the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing? And that vain thing that the heathen imagine is what? Rulership. You know, they imagine that's a vain thought. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that they're going to rule next. That's why these nations are growing up, all right, with missiles and defense systems, and, you know what I'm saying, they getting their armies together, all right, because they in the mindset of they going to be the next rulers. You know, but like the scriptures say, why do the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing? You know, that's a vain imagination. And then especially with Esau, when it comes down to the New World Order, as in with the charagma, you know, that's a vain thing. The Lord gonna put a stop to that. All right, you're gonna be able to accomplish, all right, what He had written for you, as in Job 14 and 5. All right, as your days are numbered, and the number of the months are with thee, He appointed you a bound that what you cannot pass. So it's on a limit that you can get to. You know how you get a card, all right, a credit card, you get it, and it's like, well, you only got a $300 balance. You know, or you only got $500 balance. See, Esau received a balance, a bound that he cannot pass. Why? Because of prophecy. You know? So it says, back in Psalms 2 and 1, why do the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord Yahweh and against His anointed. All right? And that's who? Israel. When you go to Psalms, the 83rd chapter. All right? But what he don't realize, that guess what? His tab is being built up. You know, that's also Isaiah 46. I think Isaiah 46 and 7.
Nah, 47:6. Because when you go back to Job 11, it said the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and there shall none escape, and their hope shall be as the giving of the ghost, right? So this is Isaiah 47:6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance. I have given them into thy hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient have you verily laid thy yoke. And thou sayest, I shall be a lady forever. You see that? That's in their eye. That's their vision. You know, that they gonna continue, as in Psalm that said, thy house shall continue forever. Thy dwelling place shall be to what? Generation to generation. So here it is. That's a vain what? That's a vain thought. You know, it said they says that thou shalt be a lady forever. So they did not lay these things to heart, meaning what? To mind. See, they didn't. This how proud this fucking devil is, man. That he didn't lay these things to heart, to mind, as in what? What goes around comes around. All right. So it says, I shall be a lady forever. So that thou didst not lay these things to heart, neither thou remember the latter end. All right, and the latter end of Esau is what? Captivity. All right, and then what? Burnt. All right, chased away like a dream. All right, that's the latter end of the so-called white man, man. You know, let me get Job 20. And see, the Lord finna stop this devil. You know, because remember, his agenda and his vain thought is to chip everyone. You know, the whole world as it lies in Revelation, the 13th chapter. He called it all, both small and great, rich and poor. See, that's going to be the new world, and then there's going to be the order that is established on earth. All right? But not so, because the Lord going to throw a monkey wrench in the game. All right? And he going to call confusion to come into the land. And he going to send his son, Yahushua, all right, to destroy the wicked, all right, and deliver the elect in the 1/3. You know? That's what's going to happen. As it is written in Job 20 and 22. It says, in his fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, as in, yeah, he go to nation, you know, country to country, pushing his agenda with the charagma. All right, he thinking he gonna have it, you know, like say he in his mind, he got it made. All right, he think he got it all figured out. Everybody under submission, under rule of his authority. What the Lord say? It says, when he is about to fulfill his belly, the Most High Yahweh, right? The Most High Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him. And what's the fear and the wrath of the Lord? Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. It's Isaiah 66 and 15. This is the fear and wrath of the Lord. Because this is known as the great and dreadful day, which is the judgment of the Lord. All right, World War III. You know, as in Yahweh shouting the angels. Plus you got the missiles. But this the fears and the anger of the Lord. All right, the fire. This is Isaiah 66 and 15. Well, I started 14. And when he see this, your heart shall rejoice, and your bones shall flourish like the herb, and the hand of the Lord Yahweh shall be known towards his servants, and his indignation towards his enemy, meaning what? His righteous anger. All right, and guess what? The missiles, known as the swords, is the Lord's indignations, man. So it says, for behold, the Lord Yahweh will come with fire, and his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with his fury. You see that? And his rebukes with flames of fire. And by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, not just some, all. And the slain of the Lord Yahweh shall be many. All right, so let's go back to Job. It says, when he is about to fulfill his belly, the Most High Yahweh shall cast his spirit of his wrath upon him, and it shall rain it upon him while he is eating. And let's go into that rain. I like that. Let's go into that rain. Let's see where that rain gonna come from. Because you understand, the Lord said, as in the days of Noah, so shall it be when the Son of Man comes. And we understand the time when Noah, all right, was moved by the Holy Spirit and fear. He built that ark because he was praying for what? For that rain. You know, but yeah, it's going to rain this time, but that was the first death. The second death is about what? Fire. So it's going to rain. So let's get to that rain. This is Isaiah 34. All right, Isaiah 34. And we'll start in 1. And it says, for my indignation, there go it again. That's that word, indignation, that righteous anger. The Lord is justified, you know. So for the indignation of the Lord Yahweh is upon all nations, and his spirit upon their armies. There go that word fear again. All right, and how he gonna display it out on earth? By fire. All right, and his chariots to shoot the lasers. That's why it's written there. He said the eyes of the wicked shall fail, man. That nigga think he gonna rule for real. That nigga think he gonna establish the charagma and be able to live artificial. You know, this the pride of this devil. But it had deceived him. You know, the pride of his heart had deceived him. This bitch is going down, man. All right? Like all the rest of the empires, man, before this fucking empire, Babylon and Great, it all failed. All right? Because when you read the prayer in Matthew the 6th chapter, it said, as it is in heaven, it's going to be on earth. All right? So the true rulership is what? The kingdom of heaven starting with Yahweh Shah, man. That's going to be forever and forever and forever. Why? Because it's going to dwell in righteousness. So this place, this kingdom of Babylon got to go down. This devil got to be stopped. It's just on a matter of time. As in the Lord said that set measure got to be fulfilled. Before he flipped that hourglass to the next prophecy, that got to be fulfilled, man. That's all it is. You know, it's a game called patience. Because the Lord is long-suffering, so we got to be long-suffering too. As in we hasten in the coming, we hasten in the destruction, but we still got to have patience. But let's go back to Isaiah 34. It says, for the indignation of the Lord Yahweh is upon all nations, and his spirit upon all their armies. He have utterly destroyed them, as he declared the end from the beginning. Only the Most High could do that. You know, he declared the end from the beginning. I just want to check on the YouTube real quick. Salaki. I know brother putting up precepts. So Salaki, real quick. Salaki. Yeah, Salaki. Yeah, shalom to y'all brothers too and sisters on the coming board. That's a good one too. Daniel 4:17. Shaphat of the 12 Bah. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the Holy One, that the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruler in the kingdom of men, and give it to whom he will, and set it over one to what? The basis of men's. All right? So that's who in rulership, the so-called white man, as in Job 9:24. So let's get back into these missiles. As in the what? The indignation and the fierce anger of the Lord. So it says, for the indignation of the Lord, Yahweh is upon all nations, and his spirit is upon their armies. He had utterly destroyed them, as declaring the end from the beginning. He had delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out. Their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall melt with their blood, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall roll together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down, as a leaf falling off from the vine, as the fallen fig of the fig tree. And it's going to the war in heaven. All right, it's going to be in the atmosphere, in the sky, so to speak, with the fighter jets. You got the chariots. That's why I said the Satan and his angels going back to Esau. All right, and they armies fought against the Most High and they angels, man. All right, this is World War III as in missiles being shot off, man. All right, and it says, and guess what? They're gonna be destroyed. You can get that account in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter. All right, so their account. So it says, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven," and this sword represents what? The missiles. And we understand it's speaking of the third heavens. I mean the second heaven, which is the atmosphere, as when the missiles being shot off from Russia, China, France, Italy, Japan, you name it. All right, even Babylon the Great, the EU, all right, the allies of America, they gonna shoot missiles upon this place, man. All right, so it said, "My sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and what? The people of my curse. To what? To judgment." All right, so here it is. That's how the Lord gonna plead with all flesh by the what? The thermonuclear missile. This is the judgment that's written for Babylon the Great. And Idumea is who? The Greek word, how to say Edom. Idumea. So it's speaking about who? The so-called white man. When you put it in perspective, the elites, the banking family, which are the what? The rulers of this world, which govern this world. All right. So we go back to Job 11. Job 20 and 23. It says, "When he is about to fulfill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and it shall rain it upon him while he's eating." So what is that rain? The thermonuclear missile, as it's going to rain and come down upon Idumea. All right. So let's get Job 21 and 30. So this is Job 21 and 30. And it says, "The wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath." And you understand the Lord's wrath is what? The missiles. So let's go on to this word preserve real quick. Because it just said the wicked shall be reserved in the day of wrath. Here it is, reserve in the etymology online said keep back or in store for future use, the remnant of Edom, because they're going to be reserved for future use because of what? Slavery, captivity, building up our kingdom. You know, being under rule and subjected under the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, let's get that. This is beautiful, man. This is beautiful right here. All right, this is Amos 9 and 12. Probably have to start up a little bit. All right, this I'm gonna get it in you know, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom is coming back together through the gathering of the word. All right, building up that house of David, which is what? The mighty men, 144,000. All right, and guess what? It says that they may possess the remnant of Edom. You see that? So it's gonna be some Edomites, so to speak, still alive after the World War III. But we're going to get into that. So it said that they may possess the remnant of Edom and all the heathen which are called by my name, said the Lord Yahweh, that doeth this. All right, because you got to understand the time of World War III, which is in Revelation. Let me grab that real quick. This Revelation 6, and I'm going to start at 14. Revelation 6 and 14, well, I start 13. The stars of heaven fell unto the earth as a fig tree casteth her in untimely figs when she is shaken of the mighty wind. And that mighty wind represent what? The thermonuclear missile, the destruction. That's the Lord going to sweep Babylon like a broom, and say the besom of destruction. And it says, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it rolled together, and every mountain and island would move out of their place. You know, that's going to Amos 2. It's like the earth shall rock to and fro like a trumpet. You know, what's going to make the earth rock? What's going to make the earth wail? All right, the missiles. All right, and what's going to make them be moved out of their places? All right, the destruction. So it says, and the heavens shall be departed, or shall I, as a scroll, and when it's rolled together, and every mountain and island was moved out of their places, and the kings of the earth and the great men, right, and the rich men, and the chief captain, and the mighty men, every bondman and every free man, hid themselves in the dens of the rocks of the mountain, all right, which they call bunkers. All right, and that's the pride to eat too, because you can go on YouTube and type in underground bunkers. They show you, they display they hiding spots, they secret places. You know I do that in dominoes. Like I got a fire in hand, you know what I'm saying? So if I got like 5 or 6 matches, like in tools, if I got 5 or 6 tools, I can lay my hand down. You know what I'm saying? That's prideful though, but they're just playing domino. And that's how Esau is. Esau showing us, all right, what he got, you know what I'm saying, to preserve out of the missiles, man. You know, when the smoke clears, he think he going to come back and rule, all right, with the charagma. This is his inward thought. That's why the Lord said, why do the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing? Because through their understanding, after World War III, they're going to come out of them underground cities, out of the clefts of the rocks, and that's how they're going to rule. That's how they're going to establish the new world order. You know? But no, show that shit stinks, nigga. All right, prophecy will prevail. All right, prophecy will prevail, man. So it says, they hid themselves in the rocks of the mountain and said to the mountain and the rocks, let fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne. Who sitteth on the throne? All right, the Heavenly Father. And from the wrath of the Lamb. And we understand who the Lamb is. The Lamb is Yahweh Shai. But guess what? He's not going to meet thee as a man when he cracked them clouds this time. You know, he came as a lamb, all right, when he was Yahweh Shai. But this time he coming as a what? Lion, man. As a lion roared. So let's get to Job 11 again and 20. It says, but the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape, and their hope shall be as what? As the giving of the ghost. So what they just say? They said to the mountain and the rocks, fall on us. So that's gonna be their mindset. But the Lord's so cold, he gonna allow them to still be alive after World War III just to fulfill prophecy. As in they gonna be in captivity. That's why I say this though I say old don't get old. Revelation 13. He that leadeth the captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. All right, here's the patience and faith of the saint. So what we have went through, they gotta go through. That's why the Lord gonna preserve a remnant of them Edomites. Why? Because they're gonna be the first fruits in captivity, beating them plowshares, the pruning hooks, and the spurs. All right. To what? To tools to use to dig up the bodies, man, to make graves. All right, that's gonna be their first job, man. After the smoke clears, you know, not just saying the smoke gonna clear, cause it says it's gonna be smoke forever. I mean, a point of time that there's gonna be, all right, a sign, all right, in Babylon. But let's get back into Revelation, the 17th chapter. 17th verse. It says, "For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand?" See, that's the wrath of the Lord. All right, them missiles, man. His righteous indignation. All right, as in Job 11:20 says, "And their hope shall be as the giving of the goats." So this is Revelation 9:6. And it says, in those days shall men seek death. You know, so in them days, hey, Esau gonna want to seek death. We understand this 2/3 too when you think about Jacob's trouble. But in this account, like it just written, like it said in verse 16, they asked the mountain and the rocks to fall upon them. So what they was in, they were trying to seek death. They were trying to escape the judgment. But you can't escape the judgment that's written because it's in the law. All right, but it said what the wicked shall be reserved for the day of evil, as in Revelation 9:6. "In those days shall men seek death, and shall not find it, and they shall desire to die, and the death shall flee from them." You see that? So Esau is not going to escape. All right, their vision is going to fail. That's why I said that the gates of hell should not prevail. You know, because what's written, all right, is going to be manifest and speaking not lie. You know, so Lord willing, like I say, y'all brothers and sisters edified. I just want to get into that. You know, I say the wicked shall not escape. You know what I'm saying? They're going to receive the punishment that was written. You know what I'm saying? That's what? That's slavery, that's captivity. All right, it's hardcore punishment, man. As we continue to prophesy, all right, the downfall of this place, man. So, Lord willing, y'all brothers and sisters edified. Next time, Shalom, Abba Baal, Barak Ha'akim, man. Shalom.